They seemed a lot more well behaved.
They all put their hands up and
holding hands.
I'm an informatics student at the moment, and before that I used to work in a big bank in Switzerland.
And I'm a biomedical scientist and a biology teacher.
So very smart couples.
I was still surprised about how diverse Tokyo has been so far. It's like there are a lot of places where a lot is happening, but then also in some neighborhoods it's really quiet. There are a lot of like those rather small houses where people just live by themselves. It's not just like big blocks and stuff like that. So that was surprising, I would say. It feels more familiar than I would have, or more family friendly than I would have expected.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's not as overwhelming as I thought it would be, despite Tokyo being such a big city. You still find your like nice, quiet corners, and it doesn't feel like
How long will you stay in Japan?
1 month.
1 month? Oh,
Yes.
that's quite long.
And we just started. We arrived 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So we still have a lot to explore.
Is that the common things to have a long holiday? Because like in Japan, it's hard to take a long holiday to go to somewhere.
So as a teacher, you have long holidays, but that's the exception to the rule, I would say. But we always said if we have the opportunity to take such a long time off, we will go to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your most memorable moment on this trip?
I would say the food, the first sushi I had. It was a completely different experience than when you have sushi at home.
I was honestly surprised how family friendly it really is. It's like there are so many kids around for such a big city. That was very surprising. Yeah.
Did you see some elementary schools? Or
Yeah.
Today at the breakfast, there was an elementary school in front. It was really cute.
Yeah.
Was there any difference between like Japanese elementary school kids and your country's kids?
Yeah, they seemed a lot more well behaved. They were already like doing some exercise together outside, and they had some sense of coordination.
Yeah.
That was surprising, yeah. And they all seem to be very happy. I mean, the kids are also happy in Switzerland, but they seem to be especially happy here, yeah.
And is there anything in Japan that you wish you could take back to your home country?
Yeah, I would say the manners. It seems like the Japanese people are very well behaved. So especially if you have to queue up somewhere, or the city is so clean in general. So that is very nice, yeah.
And the food. I'm really jealous of your food.
Was there anything that surprised you or felt a bit strange about Japan?
I would say how quiet it was in some places of the city. Like right now where we are staying in the evening, it's just like completely quiet. You don't hear any cars. I mean, most of the cars are electric, I think, but you don't hear them. It feels really, really chill for being in such a big city.
We even took a video to show our friends how quiet it is.
And what feels most different compared to your country?
Yes, you are really friendly and more open, I would say.
You feel more open than your countries?
Yes, but I think Switzerland is quite the extreme. But you cannot ask that question to maybe like Spanish people or so. Yeah, they would disagree. I have one. Is it natural that you follow the rules so nicely? Or is it more that you have to because the people expect you to?
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
kind of phrase.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have some proverbs in Japan, and it's called Mitsugo no tamashi 100 made. If you say it to English, it's called like the leopard cannot change its spots. So the meaning is like, if you thought when you were a kid, like your personality cannot be changed a bit like after you grow up. So we were taught to be like more respect to the role, and we have to obey it because we learned it from our teacher. So for example, do you have any cleaning time when you were a kid in school?
No, not really. Yeah.
Was cleaning time?
Yeah.
Like after you finish your class, do you have to clean your classroom?
No, but you had to put up your chairs, for example.
Oh yes.
But not the cleaning itself, I wouldn't
Not
say
really,
so.
no.
Almost every day we have some routine to clean our classroom, and it's almost mandatory when we were a kid. So that's why we have some personalities that we have to respect the public place and be more obey to the rule. So that's why we respect the rule.
Ah.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Do you have any interesting story about Switzerland, or do you have any news?
Did you hear about
Watch it.
the watch release?
Oh yeah. Watch it, yeah.
The Swatch X Audemars
Yeah.
We are actually from the city they are made.
Oh really?
Yeah,
The
from-
factory is inside in your city.
Yes, exactly. It's called Biel. Yeah.
Is that like wearing the Swatch? It's a uniform of Switzerland.
Watch per se, I think just in general watches for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like Swiss watches. I think that Swiss watches. Sorry, that's something you proudly wear. Yeah.
It's so much cleaner than I was expecting. I didn't really believe that it was going to be so clean for how many people are here.
I've been a couple of times. For me, I think the biggest thing that shocked me the first time was one, how clean it is, but two, how quiet it is, considering Tokyo is the largest city in the world, and you get spots like this where it feels quite tranquil and quiet, which is really nice.
How many times did you come to Japan?
This is my third time. Came for the Rugby World Cup in 2019, and then I was here with a friend 2 years ago.
You watched the Japanese national team?
Yes. I watched them beat Ireland and Scotland, and we were in an apartment and we had Japanese people upstairs, and the amount of noise that they made when they beat Ireland was fantastic.
Oh really?
I remember Kenki Fukuoka, the winger, and Michael Leach as well.
あとマイケル・リーチもやってる。
マイケルリーチ、
Yeah.
キャプテンだね。
We spent quite a lot of time in Shimikitazawa doing some secondhand shopping.
That was amazing.
Did you buy any clothes in Shimokitazawa?
Yeah.
A lot. Actually bought more than me for once.
It's a thrifting culture. It's big in Australia.
Not like this. Not anywhere near as much variety.
And the
as I
stuff
have.
here is just much higher quality and a lot cheaper.
Yeah. And
Very
especially
expensive.
Shimokitazawa is a very special town for the thrifting.
Yes.
Is there anything in Japan that you wish you could take back to your home country?
The cleanliness,
Of course, yeah.
The food.
the food, the kindness. People are a lot kinder. They acknowledge each other more.
I think for me, the train system. The train system here is insane. Compared to Australia, where most things are 10 minutes late, you know, everything here is on time and it's very, very quick, considering how many people you're moving and how far you're going. So the train system, 100%. We're making our way down to Hiroshima, so we've got a couple of stops along the way. And I love the bullet train, so I'm really excited to show Alana what it's like.
No like culture gap or something.
I think when I first came, the big thing was always just the orderliness. Like when you've got a lot of people in a train station, but everyone uses the right path to go up the stairs, so there's still space for people to come down. Australia's nowhere near as organised. So the organisational stuff. Even this morning we saw a group of school kids walking across the road.
They all put their hands up and
Or holding
they walked
hands.
across the road. That was very good.
Since we were a kid, we were taught to raise our hands when we cross somewhere.
Okay.
I remember the first time I came here, I spent a good 4 or 5 hours in a karaoke bar with one of my friends, and it was just me and him and the two people who were running the karaoke bar. And we did no singing, but we did a lot of talking, and we couldn't speak a lick of Japanese and they couldn't speak a lick of English, but we just used Google Translate. I remember that was a really good experience because we were just talking about different things, and it was a really nice experience, but that's one that'll always stick in my mind. And it seems sort of inconsequential, but it's just those sort of interactions which are really organic and unique that you remember. So that's probably a good one for me, but I'm sure by the time we leave, we'll have more.
Very difficult compared to eating with a spoon and a fork. Why wouldn't you switch to a spoon and a fork?